Hey everybody, Happy New Year! This is the themes coming up for this month of January. So I have 4 themes. So you've been going through intense closures, intense cycles, and this December really closing up a lot. I have much compassion for you because I have been going through that myself, but it's also given such room for transformation and growth and inspiration and divine action. And as we're moving into the new year, into January, there's a lot of momentum for creation. And so when I first tapped into the energy, I was shown like this white blankness, and the representation of it is like this blank canvas, right? We're moving into this time of creation, of really seeing, Malachite agrees, of really seeing opportunity to create from a place of possibility, right? And so the first theme is like this blank canvas. And so the energies, the spirit guides that are really helping us with that this month are the Orion sister clan of the divine order of the Orion star hood is what they said, but the collectiveness, the constellation. And so when these energies, they showed me the blank canvas, and then it kind of turned gold, and then these beings, I've seen them before, these beautiful white beings, they're almost angelic, female figures just came, and they in the sky, in the system, in the galaxy. I just see them just kind of almost like muses, like creating this beautiful energy of inspiration. And so you can call them in to help you work with if there's a certain project or relationship or something you want to create for yourself in your life. You know, we talk about this blank canvas. Blank canvas can be anything, right? Whether it's a relationship to your health, relationship to other people, relationship to your money, career, your soul mission, right? So when we see this blank canvas, it really can be anything. This relationship to your mental health, this relationship to yourself, to your soul self, right? And so when they're asking you to really think outside of the box. And this goes into this other theme that we're talking about, right? There's the inspiration that someone can get, and then there's the action, the very feminine and masculine energies. The masculine energy is the action. The feminine energy is the inspiration that one has in the ideas. And sometimes these can be off balance, where someone's like all in their head, have all these great ideas and no action. Or someone can be so action oriented, but it's actually not in alignment or in touch with their soul, with their heart self. And so they're just acting on either impulse or from survival mode or whatever. So this is really asking and inviting to balance these energies. If you tend to be more action oriented, to invite in a soulful level of manifestation, right? And if you tend to be very much all in your head, very creative, but no action, to invite in this masculine energy to help take action. You know, even if it's writing down the thoughts that you get onto paper, that's action outside of your head onto the paper. And then if you're very much more action oriented, to take a moment and breathe, and instead of just going on what you think you should be doing, connecting to your heart and being inspired by what is outside of you instead of what is projected on what you think society needs you to be, or a part of you that is wounded needs to act from. So it's really kind of seeing where your actions or your plans or what you want to create is really coming from. And it's also really asking you to see where the inspiration you have in there, the disconnect from taking action to that. And this kind of rolls into our third theme, which is, you know, if you actually have no idea what you want to create for yourself, start observing. Start observing things you see in others that you like. I'm going to give my cat a treat because that's what he's asking for. Here you go, my love. So if you really actually, don't have a sense of direction, start to observe in the TV that you watch, and when you see other people around you, when you have conversation, when you look at somebody and you see something like, oh, I like how they have their hair, or I like what they're doing, I'm inspired by that, right? Take note of these things, because a lot of times what you like in others, and it can be something that you actually would like to express in yourself. Or you could be like, oh, what does that represent? Like, that for me represents a sense of freedom. What would freedom be like for myself? Write about it, journal about it, right? And also look at what that form, like jealousy, right? Jealousy is actually a form of something that you want for yourself, but you're angry because someone else has it and you haven't been able to manifest that or bring that into your life. So if you start to even notice where you have jealousy for other people, to observe it with no judgment and be like, oh, okay, well, that person has a wife and kids, or that person is fit in some, healthy. How can you take steps in your life to create that for yourself? And give yourself compassion. Call in a sense of love and healing for yourself, where there's probably a level of shame that has had you think that you can't have that for yourself for whatever reason. And it's easier to have blame or have kind of a jealousy towards other people than take ownership for your own actions in that area. And there, when we see that this is a trauma response or due to some kind of conditioning, that it wasn't okay to have those things, and there's some kind of protector part of us that's activated that has kept ourselves quote unquote safe from either being that. It's having a level of awareness that you can tell your self, all right, I'm safe. I'm ready to incorporate this into my life now. Whether it's health, wellness, fame, money. If you're jealous or angry because other people have money, there's some kind of belief connected to that you believe you're unworthy or undeserving, or you need to work hard for it or whatever. So it's giving ourselves time to kind of journal about and reflect on our own belief around certain aspects of those things that we want to create for ourselves. And that ties into, I guess, this idea of what New Year's resolutions around this time, which is what a lot of people try to incorporate into their life. And so, and the fourth theme, and this is something that I recently talked to one of my friends about, is love bug. Yeah, I know. I love you. Here, you want to come up here? You want to come up? The fourth theme is about connecting the dots. Connecting the dots in the sense of, so they showed me working with like the Merkaba, the 5-star thing. And this is something, like I said, I was talking to my friend about. It's connecting the dots on what the year was and bringing a level of closure, of completion. Come here, love. Of completion and bigger kind of sorry, I losing thought. Connecting the dots and bringing a sense of closure, containment to aspects of your life for healing, transformation, and it's almost like a closure and crushing of certain timelines. And when I talk about timelines, what happens is as we heal and as we complete certain healings, certain lessons, then we are less likely to attract that same energy or to welcome that same energy and those same frequencies and patterns into our lives. So the trajectory in which we move forward on alters, and it opens up new pathways, new connections, new way of operating and connecting with people, circumstances, and ourselves than what we were operating on before. And so with the connections, connecting the dots and allowing these structures to almost combust, like a black hole is what they're showing me. It's like it's coming to completion, and they are like collapsing within inside themselves. So it's allowing to welcome those structures to close out and bring in the new. So what does that look like? And how can you incorporate that in? So these are patterns that are actually, they're just going to naturally, it's going to naturally happen. And so as we move into the new year, as we're collapsing the stuff from December, from the old, from the outdated structures, right? The moving in, the transformation of these energies can bring a lot of tower moments, a lot of breaking down of things that no longer serve us. But in that breaking down, it's like a nebula. I don't even know what a nebula star is, but I'm just using that word because it's coming to me. It's like through the closure between these timelines and also structures that our soul is experiencing in other timelines. It's like, I hope they're coming to completion and closing out. And this isn't actually necessarily like a conscious thing that is happening. It's just like a level of evolution that we're going through and maybe experiencing. And through the understanding of this, that one can actually be more empowered about what's going on. It may not be so easy, but when you're aware of it in a very conscious way, then it allows more grace and compassion that can be invited into these structures closing out, and knowing my love bug, come here, can you come up? Come on. Okay, sorry. And so we allowing these structures to close out, then we can be open to really the burst of inspiration and transformation that it can invite. And it actually goes full circle to what I was talking about with this idea of like this blank screen that is created from this. You know, as these energies are closing out, the energy is going to be shifting from the decomposing process to the creation. And so it's allowing yourself to really feed the dreams that you've had and allow them to take form step by step. You may have a certain picture of what something's going to look like, but as you take steps towards it, it's going to transform, it's going to change and be something so much bigger than you can comprehend at this moment. And to be open to the play of that as the steps come into fruition. So yeah, those are the current themes that are coming up for January. And so I wish you all a happy new year, and sending you all much love on wherever you are in this journey and in this time of great change. And just know if you're going through it, I've been there. I'm going through the ups and downs as well. And so I'm just sending y'all so much love, grace, and compassion on this journey that we're all taking together. And Malachite is sending some of his love as well. So happy new year to y'all.